In this video, we're going to look at how you can use data and insights to negotiate a better deal on your property investments. Quite often when it comes to negotiating property deals when you're property investing, it becomes a bit of a, how can I put it, a battle of egos. Quite often I've seen that where somebody asks for money off, the other person says they can't get money off, and it's all, well, it should be money off, it should be money off, and nobody really focuses on the facts. Or very often the conversation goes away from the facts. I like facts, you should like facts as well. You can use the facts to help you in your negotiations. Let me show you what I mean. So right now, let's go to area research and let's look at some areas. Let's pick one that we've got here. Let's have a look. Let's assume that I'm interested in 2-bedroom properties in SA8. So using Ultimate Property Dashboard, I am going to negotiate a price on a 2-bedroom property. How am I going to do that? So I know that the demand is high. You can see here, look, demand 29%, it's really high. Rents have dropped. That's probably because they've run a bit out of stock. We'll investigate that in a moment. But asking prices are actually down 4%. So the agents have been reducing the prices of property, and that has caused demand to increase. That's really important for you to know. If you're making an offer on a property in this area, you are at a bit of a disadvantage here. The agents have already reduced the prices, and they're now getting good demand. So how do you get money off? How do you justify making a below advertised price offer? I use Area Report. Now you can see most of the contents of Area Report in these graphs, but I'm actually just going to pull the whole report up here and get insights into the area. So you can see straight away for 2-bedroom properties in this area, there is an expensive part, which is red, a cheaper area, which is yellow, and a very cheap area, which is greeny blue. So that's where your cheaper end is. This is where your more expensive part is. This is where your middle of the road is in terms of prices. So if I'm buying a property, I can deliberately choose properties within this postcode, but maybe from a cheaper area to argue my offer should be lower. Conversely, if you're negotiating up, you want the price to be put up, you might want to get your comparables from these red dot areas because that will help you to get your valuer or your mortgage company to see your property in a better light. Let's just assume we're negotiating with estate agents at the moment. Okay, so this is always the one I pick on myself. The average asking price, £155,000 at the moment. And that's what the agent will tell you. The average price in the area is £155,000. But I always say, well, actually, no, that's true, but there's a range. And the range is £116,000 to £194,000. That's where most properties sit in terms of pricing in this area. And that's a statistical measure. We call it the interquartile range, which means that we cut out the stuff that's super cheap and we cut out the stuff that's super expensive, and we just get where the majority of the prices sit. So bottom of the market, a fixer-upper, 116,000. Top of the market, nice turnkey, ready-to-go property, 194. If you've got a property that needs work, this is the price you focus on. And you provide this information, you can give them this report and say, look, that's where the pricing is for properties based on this software's data. Not only that, what sort of discount should you be expecting? The agent will never tell you how much money they're giving off properties at the moment. But when you've got the data, you're able to get that information without having to ask. So the average asking price, the window price is 155. That's what's advertised in the agent's window. What they're accepting on average in that area is 145. Okay, so there's approximately £10,000 off on properties in this area. So I want my £10,000 off. So I would present that information to the agents as well. The average property is selling for £10,000 less than the average asking price in this area. Unfortunately, in this area, there's no rental data. We often find that when an area is really running out of stock, and that's again where we saw that spurious drop in rents. So there's nothing in this area, which is fine. And when we come on to some other videos, we'll look at asking rents. But this area, it's not a big rental market, but nevertheless, doesn't mean I wouldn't buy in this area and wouldn't try and rent them out. You can see there the activity as well. I wouldn't use this to negotiate. This is just for me to know. But you might want to pick on the fact that they had a bad December. At the time of recording, it's January, so you could say, look, your December figures are really poor in this area. Another reason to reduce prices or to accept the reduced price. And there we go. And you can see we've got some more data there that you may want to pick on. So you can say, look, your prices are nowhere near what they were back in September last year. They're actually a lot lower. And the markets, you could argue, been struggling. Now, we know that the market isn't struggling. We know that the demand is high. But we wouldn't necessarily share that with the agent when we're negotiating. We would take our best position from this data. We would pick the data that backs up our argument to reduce the price. So once again, we've got the area map where we can compare different properties. We've got the pricing ranges, so we can compare the different pricing ranges, and we can pick out whichever graph we want to prove our point in terms of reducing the price. I use this to negotiate every single time I'm investing in property. And the great thing about this report is it's super simple to download a PDF and then email it to someone if you need to. You can also take screenshots on your phone. This works on a phone. And again, just use the data to negotiate. It's really, really powerful. I hope that was helpful. Negotiating a better deal using this report, I think, is something dead simple that everyone can do. And for the price of this software, the price of a subscription to this software, the amount of money you can save is enormous. Tens of thousands of pounds is what I've achieved in my property businesses over the years. I hope you do too. So let me know how you get on. The software is Ultimate Property Dashboard. The link is upd.ai. It'll be in the description with this video and in the comments as well. So just click on that and get yourself set up and give it a whirl for yourself. See you again in another video.